How's it going, everybody? Tommy Star here. Thank you for clicking on this video. And yes, we are going to do my Texas Frightmare Weekend 2018 pickups. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff here. I'm excited to show you guys. Pretty much everything here was at the convention. There were a couple movies that I found at other places, like I went to FYE, Half Price Books, Fry's. I think that's pretty much it. So some movies at those places, what I had everybody sign, and yeah, and then the photo ops that I took, just everything that I got at the convention. So let's quit wasting time. Let's get into it and take a look at all my pickups. Let's do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and run through all the movies that I picked up at the convention, and I got them broken up between where I got them. So the first thing I'm going to show you, if you guys seen in the video, I ended up meeting a subscriber that really cool guy. He's been commenting on my videos a lot, and he just gave me 2 Blu-rays just for no reason, just because he says I'm his favorite YouTuber. So you know who you are. Thank you so much again. Let's take a look. So first thing he gave me here is my first metal pack. I don't have any metal packs. I just have steelbooks. But Halloween 2. And you push the button here and the eyes light up. And it also plays music. But it sounds like it's not really working. So it probably just needs to be batteries replaced or something like that. But it's definitely a different region. Offhand, I don't really know. I think it might be German or something like that. But it's freaking sweet. Halloween 2. So yeah, I mean, he just gave me these, and I was like, wow, he totally did not have to do that. And then this one, you guys, out of print, Dawn of the Dead. This is a tough one to find, and I've been wanting it, but you know, I don't want to pay the out of print price. But he just gave it to me, so yeah, you're awesome, dude. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, man. You kick ass. So now I'll just kind of run through the movies that I got other than the convention. So we stopped at a Half Price Books over in where the hell was it? I can't remember what city it was. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I did find some really good titles over there. First one is a live-action Disney with a slip, Sorcerer's Apprentice. $8. Definitely one I've been looking for. Sorry, I think the glare's kind of bad where I'm sitting. So I picked up that one at Half Price Books. Picked up Tremors 5 Bloodlines with the slip, $8 over at Half Price Books. New one just came out, so I had to pick up this one, and then I'm gonna get the other ones, like the first 4 come in a set, but had to grab that. And then another Van Damme title here, Double Impact. God, that's bad glare. As you can see, only $6 for that one. And then this one, you guys, this one was like a holy grail. I'm down to like, I was down to like 3 Disney I need for the collection that have really hard slipcovers to come by, and this was one of them. And I'm so happy I stopped at that Half Price Books. That is Treasure Planet with the slip for $15. Look this up online, you guys. You'll see how spendy it is. So happy to have that for the Disney collection. Awesome. So that's everything I got at Half Price Books. Let's take a look at what I picked up over at Fry's. I was really excited about these pickups, you guys. So this first one I'm going to show you here, I picked up. I was hoping that they would have it over at the convention at the Arrow booth, but they didn't have this one. And I've been trying to get it online. Amazon, eBay, and it usually runs for like $35 to $50 in that range. And I seen it there, surprisingly, at Fry's for $26, and when I got to the register, it rang up for $14. So I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. But that is Bride of Reanimator, Arrow. So I already got the first movie on. I got the Arrow release of the first movie, and then now I got the second one, and then the third one's getting released by Vestron. So kick ass! Can't believe I found that there, you guys. And then what else I got over there was picked up Roxanne, really good Steve Martin film I've been wanting on Blu-ray for a while. Another really cool double feature that I've been wanting to order off of Amazon for the longest time, and that is the Sister Act double feature. Love these movies. I love the second one, like, a lot. But I've been wanting to get these on Blu-ray, and now I have them, 1 and 2. Can't believe I found that. You just don't find movies, like, you don't really find this out in the wild. And then this one, my first MVD. My buddy Craig and I have been kind of going back and forth. I think he officially decided to get them all. I think I'm going to do the same thing, but here's my first one. And that is Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. And this is number 2 in the MVD line. I just love the slipcovers on these. They give it an old school VHS look. But kick ass. I can't believe they had that there. And it was really cheap. It was like 20 bucks. So awesome. All right. That's everything non-convention, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the movies I picked up at the convention. All right, so the first ones I'm going to show you from the convention are actually from Half Price Books as well. Half Price Books was there. They had a booth at the convention. They usually do. And I found 3 movies there. They were actually really cheap, so I picked them up. Found Mama with the slipcover. Never actually seen the movie, but I heard mixed things about it. But I found it for like $3 with the slipcover, so I had to grab that. Picked up Disturbia. I remember really liking this movie. This has got Shia LaBeouf in it. I don't know if this came with a slipcover or not. If it did, let me know, because I definitely want to look for it. I know that the DVD did, but Disturbia, that was like $3. And then Sinister with the slipcover, $3 as well. So I really liked this movie a lot. The sequel, not as much, but I really liked the first one. So there's that. So those were all at the, like I said, Half Price Books booth at the convention. Then I also stopped at a table that somebody was selling a bunch of IFC Scream Factories. I picked up a few of them. First one I got is House on Willow Street with the slipcover. I don't get a lot of these IFCs, but some of them are kind of cool. And they weren't that much. So there's that one, and then I picked up Backcountry with the slipcover. Like I said, these are all Scream Factory IFC titles. I actually heard like really good things about this movie. And then the last one, this one doesn't come with the slipcover. I don't believe it does. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But that is Beyond the Gates, a newer film that came out, I think, in the last few months, maybe last year, at the end of last year. But it's something I remember seeing it was coming out, and it looked actually really cool, so I wanted to pick it up. So got some more Scream Factories. So now I did pick up one item from Vinegar Syndrome, and that is actually a brand new. This is actually a brand new release from Vinegar Syndrome, and that is Blue Vengeance. And this one did come with a slip. It actually sounds like a really cool movie. You guys want to read about that? But yeah, gorgeous slip. I mean, Vinegar Syndrome just has absolutely gorgeous slips, you guys. But I had to pick up something from them, so I grabbed that. And then I think the rest are all from the Arrow booth. So let's take a look at all of them. So here we go. We got Blood Rage. This is a really, really hard slipcover to find. And my buddy Craig found me one from somebody he knew that had one. So I got the slip to this coming in the mail. Arrow didn't have these with slips because, like I said, they're out of print now, really hard to find. But one I've been really looking to check out. It looks pretty badass. It's like a little slasher flick. But so I picked up that one. Slipcover's on the way. Another one, this one doesn't have a slipcover, but one I've wanted to buy for a while from Arrow. That is Microwave Massacre. Definitely trying to stock up a lot on Arrow lately. Craig and I both have been doing that. Donnie Darko. they had like the, you know, the box set of this and then the steelbook. And I don't know, I just decided to go with the standard Amaray, but this one doesn't have a slip either. But I didn't own Donnie Darko because I was waiting to get the Arrow edition. Now we get to the slipcover editions. So we got Brain Damage, another film from the creator of Basket Case. Definitely looks like a kick-ass movie, but got it with the slip. Another one with the slip, Ronin, Robert De Niro title. They had a pretty good deal over there. Oh, I missed one without a slip. They had a pretty good deal over there. It was like pick any 3 for $50, so they ended up being like 16 a piece. That was a pretty good deal. Return of the Killer Tomatoes. This one doesn't have a slip, but I had to get this since I got the first one, so that's awesome. And then the last slipcover one, the Dead or Alive trilogy. Pretty badass edition. That was only 16 bucks. That's a killer deal. All right, so that's it for like slipcovers and Amarays from Arrow. And now I got 2 steelbooks I'm going to show you. These are brand new. These are actually FYE exclusives, but they had them at the booth there. These like just came out, and that is Reanimator steelbook. Love the art. And then I picked up Hills Have Eyes. Awesome. So now I think I mix it like 5 Arrow steelbooks that I have now. So yeah, so those are all the movies I picked up. Actually picked up one more set of movies that I'm going to show you here in a little bit. I think I might save that till closer to the end because it's badass. So yeah, so that's all the movies then. Let's just continue on and see what else I got. All right, so last time I went to Texas Frightmare, I got a lot of these 11 by 17 posters. You guys have seen them. I got tons of them. But there were still more that I wanted to get. And there's still even more that I'm trying to get. Just, you know, all of my favorite classic horror films I'm trying to get 11 by 17 posters of. And then I always buy them with the, you know, the protector sleeves to put them in. But we'll just take a look at all of them. So I needed this one really bad. I didn't have this one yet. And that is the, you know, brand new It. I know some of these are going to be hard to see because of the glare, but these are 11 by 17s, and they come in these, you know, poster sleeve things. So there's that one. Lost Boys. These are like, they're pretty cheap. I think you buy 3, you get 1 free, and they're like $4 or $5 a piece or something. Not too bad. So I needed these. I mean, these are just, I have like a list, like I said, of these movies, and I just went down the list, and there's a few he didn't have, but most of them he did. Arachnophobia. These are going to look cool down there with all the other ones. Poltergeist, the original Poltergeist. Children of the Corn. Carrie. Original Carrie. Hills Have Eyes. Another one I really wanted for a while, The Mist. Love this film. And this one too I wanted. And these next 2 I wanted really bad. The Hitcher. Please, Vestron, somebody put this out on Blu-ray. Original Hitcher. Another one I wanted for a long time. That is The Fly. This is the, you know, 86 remake with Jeff Goldblum. I Spit on Your Grave. This one I picked up just because it's I need to get all these. You know, I got 1 and 2. I got big posters of 1 and 2, and I want to just get all the rest in these size. But I picked this one up just because this happened to be the first Halloween movie I actually ever saw, believe it or not. I was really young, and this just happened to be the first one I ever seen. So I wanted to get a poster of it. Eventually, like I said, I'll get them all, but that is Halloween 5. This is The Revenge of Michael Myers. And I love that picture. I've always liked that picture. But I had to pick this up just because, like I said, it was the first Halloween I ever seen. So, I know it's not the greatest, but whatever. And then the last one, My Bloody Valentine, original. So yeah, so there's all the posters that I picked up, the 11 by 17 posters. So let's keep moving along. All right, so I picked this up. It was pretty cheap. I mean, nothing real fancy, but I thought this was kind of cool. Picked up the Chucky knife. It was, like I said, it was pretty cheap. And I always thought that was a cool looking knife, you know, the classic knife that he used in the first one. Even though this says part 2, I don't think he uses in part 2, to be honest. But I just picked that up. And then this here too, this is just a little pin that Arrow gave me, you know, when I bought a bunch of their movies, and they just gave me that little pin. And then I picked up, I got the two Pennywises, the old one and the new one of these, when I went to Monster Mania. But I picked up some more, you know, at Texas. So I'll just kind of run through these. And those are those little Lego figures. So I picked up, I think, 6 new ones. They're not put together or anything yet, but you guys can kind of see there's Pinhead. Like I said, I got to put them all together and stuff, but that one's going to be Michael Myers, if you guys can tell or not. Michael Myers. What's this one? Jason. Picked up Jason. What's this one? Yeah, this one's going to be Leatherface. I probably should have put these together to show you guys, but Billy the Puppet. Yeah, I'll put them all together, and you guys will see them in my next horror room update. And then Freddy Krueger, of course. So that's all they had at that. This particular guy, these are the only ones that he had at his booth. That other booth in Monster Mania had a lot, but eventually I'll, you know, get more of these. But these are pretty cheap. I had to pick those up. And then, all right. So next up here, I'll show you. I picked this up at the Full Moon booth for, you know, all the Puppet Master stuff and all that kind of jazz. This is actually broken. It was $20, but I asked if they had any more of these, and he didn't. And then all of a sudden, I found one on the table, and they said, "Oh yeah, that's broken." I'm like, "Well, what's broken about it?" And I looked at it, and I could see I could easily glue it. And I'm like, "All right, if I buy it, can I have it cheaper?" He's like, "How about $10?" So it's not. I mean, it's just one little piece broken, but I'll just glue it, and it'll be fine. But that's a little bobblehead of Blade, and the knife is broke. The knife just comes out here, so I'll just glue it back in there. But had to get a little bobblehead of Blade from Puppet Master. All right, now these, the last time I seen this guy was at Texas. He wasn't at Days of the Dead, and he wasn't at Monster Mania. And when I knew I was going back to Texas, I emailed him and asked if he was going to be there. And you know, turns out he was. So I picked up a couple more things from him, and that is the clay guy. He makes, you know, these clay figures, you know, like these little 5-6 inch figures of like tons of different characters. And what I try to do is I like to buy figures from him of like characters that you don't find figures for. Like, you know, so far I've already gotten 3 from him. I got sorry, that's the washer. I got the Collector from the movie The Collector, because you can't find a figure of him. You guys have seen them in my past videos. I got Chrome Skull from the movie Laid to Rest. And then I got Victor Crowley from Hatchet. So I got those 3 so far. And I was really hoping he'd be there because he's got some Human Centipede figures. He's got the Doctor from the first one. He's got Martin from the second one. And then he even has the 3-piece Human Centipede figure all together. And unfortunately, he was all out of those when I got there. But I did find 2 more figures from him that I'm really excited about. And the first one, and the really awesome detail, the first one is Pluto from Hills Have Eyes. And they come in these little bases, and then you also get this little, you know, name tag that you can put on it. But I mean, look at the work, if you guys can see that. Badass looking. I had to pick him up. And then the other one is badass as well. Check this one out, you guys. Ben Willis from I Know What You Did Last Summer. Look at that. I mean, that's not badass. He's got the, you know, the hook there. You just, I mean, you don't find figures of these, you know. And then, of course, Ben Willis, I Know What You Did Last Summer. So these are going to look good over with the other figures. So I'm happy he was there, and I was happy I was able to get 2 more. He had a My Bloody Valentine one there too, but he had a sold sign on it, and I would definitely would have liked to pick that up. But okay, moving on. This here, I always, you know, keep these. These are, you know, newspapers that they make for the convention to help you find where people are and things like that. So I always keep those. And of course, I always keep my wristband. So, and then I picked this up. This was new. One of their Texas Frightmare items that they made. And that is just a bandana of the logo. That was pretty cheap. I had to pick that up. That was kind of cool. And then, of course, I always got to get a shirt. And this artwork on this shirt was done by Clive Barker, which is badass. So, Texas Frightmare 2018. So, I always got to get a shirt. You guys know that. Alright, so next up, not a horror item, but something I was really surprised to come across. It's my all-time favorite wrestler. And I just found this at a booth somewhere. And I'm just like, it was just kind of sitting there. And the person was selling, like, I think, like, some art or something. And this was just kind of hanging up. And I'm like, is that for sale? And he said, yeah. I'm like, how much is it? And it was, like, really cheap. And I just had to grab it. And that is the Ultimate Warrior mask. I mean, look at that. It's just badass. And, you know, he's my all-time favorite wrestler. And I had to grab it. I was just like, oh my God, I've never even seen something like this. So, yeah. Awesome. I had to pick that up. I know it's not horror related, but I'm a big time wrestling collector too, and I had to get that. So, awesome. And then this too. You guys probably seen this in the video. Jess was wearing this in the video, but I found this at one of the vendors selling this, and I never even knew that they had something like this, but that is the Saw mask, you know, the reverse bear trap. And Jess was wearing it around the convention. A lot of people were taking pictures with her wearing it. But yeah, I just thought that was awesome. You know, I'm like, oh my God, I have to get that. So awesome. I was really happy to pick that up. Okay, so we're getting down to the end here. Let's see. Let's take a look at now all my autograph items. Let's do that. So the first autograph items I'm going to show you are going to be just pics that I picked up at celebrities' booths and had them sign. So these are like going to be people that I met that I did bring something for them to sign, so I just got a picture. And then we'll get into the other things that I had people sign. So the first one is going to be Georgie, of course. I just thought that was a cool shot of, you know, him reaching out for the balloon, or not the balloon, the boat. And again, I forgot his name, Jackson Scott Robert or something, I don't know, but there's that. There's his signature, so cool. He was such a nice little kid. There's Fiona Dourif. Had her sign it to Tommy. And she wrote, you know, Nika down there. So I had to get a cool pic of her in the wheelchair. Costas Mandalore. That's him in the morgue there, holding the tape recorder. Yeah, he just wrote the year on there. And then, of course, there's Bill, Jaden Lieber. You guys can see that all right. This is Phil Fondacaro. Of course, played Troll, the Troll. And then Peter Cowper, My Bloody Valentine. And he wrote The Miner down there, if you can see that. And then the last one here, Doug Bradley, Pinhead. I couldn't decide. Like originally, I wanted him and Clive Barker and all the Cenobites to sign my poster, but I decided since I couldn't get all 3 Cenobites, I just decided not to get them. It wasn't really that big a deal to me, and I couldn't get Clive Barker, so I just figured, you know what? Pinhead is the most important one to me, so I'll just get a cool photo of him and have him sign it. So kind of wish I would have had something different for him to sign, but like a figure or something, but whatever. I got that picture. So, all right, now let's take a look at all the items that I had people sign. So let's check that out. Okay, so here is my Child's Play poster, and if you can see, I had Brad Dourif sign it right there. There's Catherine Hicks, Andy's mom, Don Mancini, the creator, and then Alex Vincent, who played Andy. So they're all on there. Okay. And then here I had Shawnee Smith sign this. That's what she wrote. Of course, who played Amanda. And then there's Tobin Bell down there, who played Jigsaw. I didn't have Hoffman sign this just because he wasn't in this one, so you guys know how stupid I am when it comes to that. All right, this is badass. Now, you guys, from Monster Mania, I had Tom Morga sign. He was the first one to sign this, you know, from Jason 5. And now I was able to get 5 more at the convention, you guys. So that means I got like 2 or 3 left. But anyways, we'll just kind of work our way around. So there's Kane Hodder. Of course, I had him sign... you know, he was 7, 8, 9, and 10, but I had him sign 7 because, you know, it was the first one he played Jason. So he signed that one. And then we'll come over here. There's C.J. Graham from Part 6. And then Steve Dash from Part 2. Of course, I had them all sign it next to their picture, obviously. Ken Kurtzinger from Freddy vs. Jason. You guys can see what he wrote there. And then I think, so save the best for last. So we got Ted White from Part 4, Final Chapter. He, of course, was the big picture in the middle. And then the last thing I'm going to show you, I had Ted White do this. I talked about asking him to do this, and he was he was honored to do this. And I had him write, "Rest in peace, Richard Brooker," and then he also signed his name next to that, you know, showing that he wrote that. You know, Richard Brooker is Part 3, and he has passed away. The only Jason has passed away, so he wrote, you know, he writes 2, which, you know, Richard Brooker, rest in peace, and then his signature showing that he did it. So I just thought that was so cool. And, you know, he told me a story that he said that he was with Richard Brooker actually 2 days before he died. And that was really sad to hear. But I just, you know, really want to thank Ted White for doing that. That was just amazing for him to do. So, and now we just got right here. That'll be remake Jason, Derek Mears, when I, you know, meet him. And, of course, the first Jason, Ari Lehman, when I get to meet him. And then the only other one would probably be Warrington Gillette, who played Unmasked Jason in Part 2. So I'll probably, if I ever get to meet him, I'll have him sign it too. But poster's looking good, you guys. Almost got them all. Okay, now, you know, you've seen that I had Brad Dourif sign my Child's Play poster, but I also had to, I mean, he's my all-time favorite that was at the convention, so I also had to get him to sign my NECA clothed Chucky. So I also got him to sign that right there. So that'll look cool up on the wall with the other signed figures. So I had to get him to sign that as well. And then the last autograph item I'm going to show you here is badass. This is what I had Charles Band sign. Charles Band is the creator of Puppet Master. Something I've been wanting for a long time. It actually came out, I think, a month or 2 ago, and then apparently Amazon didn't get enough in stock, so they have more coming, and I had them on pre-order for next month. And I seen this there, and I was like, oh my god, I have to get it. And this is just absolutely gorgeous, you guys. And I had Charles Band sign it. And that is the Tulin's Trunk from Puppet Master. It's super, super heavy. Really nice. And right off the bat, I'll show you this up here. And that's where Charles Band signed it right at the top there, and then he put the date. So, kick-ass. go ahead and open this up. Really, really like high quality. So, you can try to see this. So there's the inside. It, that little puppet master figure right here. This goes in here. You take it out of the package. I'm gonna take this out because I have more of these, and you put them in here. That's where they all go, and they're gonna be making more figures, and eventually they're all gonna fit right here, these little slots. But as you guys can see, all Puppet Master films are in here to date. And there's even room to stick one more. Also, you get there's a little booklet you get, but there's room to stick one more because actually I do have another one coming out soon. So when that comes out, I'll just stick that in here too. But look at all Puppet Master films. So cool, you guys. I'm not like a huge Puppet Master fan, but I'm a horror fan, and I had to get this, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous set. I've wanted this since the first time I saw it was coming out, so beautiful. So, like I said, really heavy, really high quality. So, just kind of show you all the way around. Look at that. It's just so cool, you guys. Awesome. And these are my 2 professional photo ops that I got done. 2 favorite characters of mine, or actors, characters, whatever. And I had to get photo ops of these. So first one I'm going to show you here is Tobin Bell. And there's Jess wearing that mask. Thought that would be cool. So cool. And then the last and final one, and that is the main reason why I went to Texas, Brad Dourif. Of course, I had to get my Chucky doll in there. Yeah, there's the man, Chucky himself. All right, that'll wrap it up. That's all the stuff I picked up at Texas Frightmare Weekend 2018, and I'm really happy with all the pickups. I can't wait to go through and get everything in frames, hang everything up, and probably sometime soon in the next, I don't know, couple weeks or something, I'll do another horror room update so you guys can see all the new horror stuff I got, and see it set up and all that stuff. And I also got some other horror items, recently that you guys will see as well. So, yeah, that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you, everybody, for commenting on my, the actual convention video itself. If you guys haven't had a chance to see that yet, I'll put that video down in the link below, so you guys can go check that out, where I just, the whole trip on the way there, and then all at the convention and everything. So, but there you go. If you guys enjoyed this pickups video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that like button right down below. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys picked up there if you guys were at the convention. Share the video around. Subscribe if you have not. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.